Hannibal's bloodbath at Cannae. Rome's army wiped out in one day. August 2nd, 216 BC. 86,000 Romans dead in 8 hours of daylight. Bodies stacked so high cavalry cannot ride through. This is Cannae. Rewind. Summer 216 BC. Hannibal Barca invades Italy for second year running. 37 years old, son of Hamilcar Barca, sworn enemy of Rome since childhood. He crossed Alps with elephants, lost half his army in mountains, still came. Won at Tribia, won at Lake Trasimene. 40,000 Romans already dead. Every Roman commander sent against him dies or flees. Senate running out of generals. Roman Senate panics. Emergency session. Dictator proposed. Vote fails. Politics over survival. Instead, elect 2 consuls to command jointly. Fatal decision made in fear's fog. Lucius Aemilius Paulus, 56 years old. Cautious. Believes in waiting for tactical advantage. Gaius Terentius Varro, 42 years old. Aggressive. Believes Roman superiority guarantees victory always. 2 commanders. 2 strategies. They alternate command each day. This arrangement kills 80,000. Rome assembles 16 legions, largest army ever fielded, 87,000 infantry, 6,000 cavalry. Senate empties treasury, melts down temple gold, forges swords. This army must end Hannibal. Marcus Livius, 23 years old. Roman legionary, 3rd rank, 3rd cohort, 6th legion, from small farm outside Rome. Father died poor. Tenant farmer. Owed everything. Owned nothing. Marcus joined for citizenship. 10 years service grants land. 5 years completed. 5 remaining. Dreams of owning farm. Marrying neighbor's daughter. Raising sheep. Growing old. Simple dreams. His best friend, Lucius Valerius. Same age. Farm next to Marcus's family land. Joined together. Survived Trebia together. Watched 40,000 die. Escaped. Thought themselves invincible after that. July 216 BC. Army marches south. 16 legions. 150 miles in summer heat. Dust clouds visible from 10 miles. Ground shakes. This is Rome's entire military strength moving. Hannibal watches from hills. Counts legions. Smiles. Romans doing exactly what he predicted. Hannibal's army, 40,000 infantry, 10,000 cavalry, half Rome's numbers, different composition. His infantry, Celts from Gaul, Iberians from Spain, Libyans from Africa, speaking different languages, united by Hannibal's charisma. Follow him because he never loses, because he shares hardships. He sleeps in mud with them. Eats same rations, suffers same cold. Generals rarely do. His cavalry, Numidian light horse, Spanish heavy cavalry, 10,000 experienced riders. Rome's weakness. Roman cavalry, 6,000, nobles and equestrians, untested, never drilled, riding for status. Cannae. Small town in Apulia, flat plains stretching to horizon. Perfect cavalry terrain. Romans don't notice, don't study ground. Assume numbers guarantee victory. Fatal assumption forming. Aufidus River runs beside plains, behind Roman position, cuts off retreat. Hannibal chose this. August 1st, 216 BC. Varro takes command. His day. Orders immediate attack. Paulus objects silently. We outnumber them 2-1, Varro tells officers. 1 battle, 1 day. Hannibal finished. Paulus says, Carthaginian cavalry outnumbers ours. Open plains favor horses. We should wait. Varro. Wait for what? He's here. We're here. Rome demands victory. We attack tomorrow. Officers dismissed. Paulus walks alone. Knows tomorrow will be disaster. Cannot stop it. Politics. Marcus and Lucius sharpen swords that evening, sitting by campfire, talking about after. After this, we buy land together, Lucius says. Raise sheep, grow old, tell stories. Marcus laughs. You can't even keep a goat alive. Remember your goat? That was one goat. It was sick when I bought it. Not my fault. It died in 3 days. You forgot to feed it. I fed it. Just not every day. Sheep are different. Sheep are easy. They laugh. Last time they laughed together. 18 hours later, Lucius is dead. Dawn. August 2nd, 216 BC. Clear sky. Temperature already 25 degrees. Will hit 40. 87,000 Romans form up. Standard deployment. Dense center. Maniples in checkerboard. Cavalry on wings. Marcus stands third rank. Can see over 2 heads. Carthaginian line visible across plains. Hannibal's formation strange. Center bows forward. Crescent shape. Celts and Gauls in center deliberately. Wings pulled back. African heavy infantry on flanks. Spanish cavalry right. Numidian left. Cavalry strong. Roman officers don't understand formation. Think. Barbarians don't know proper deployment. Mistake number 3. Varro gives speech. Can't hear it. Too far back. Doesn't matter. Speech won't change outcome. Orders come down chain. Centurion shouts, "Forward! Stay in formation! Don't break ranks! Kill everything!" 87,000 men step forward. Ground shakes. Dust rises. Like sandstorm approaching. Overwhelming. Every Roman thinks, we outnumber them. We're Rome. We've never lost this many legions. Invincible. Marcus feels confidence. Sees Carthaginian line. Smaller. Thinner. Thinks, easy victory today. Going home. Hannibal watches from hilltop. 43 years planning this. Every battle since Alps leading here. Ready. Distance closes. 500 yards. 400. 300. Sound of thousands marching. Rhythmic. Hypnotic. 200 yards. Carthaginians raise shields. Celts beating swords on shields. War chants. Getting louder. 100 yards. Romans break into run. Not ordered. Just happens. Front ranks charging. Discipline cracking. 50 yards. Carthaginian center holds formation. Waiting. Patient. This is battlefield experience versus enthusiasm. Contact. 87,000 hit Hannibal's center. Sound is not metal. Sound is meat. Breaking. Crushing. Tearing. Marcus crashes into shield wall. His gladius finds gap. Slides between Gaul's ribs. Easier than expected. Like cutting pork. Blade parts flesh. Bone scrapes. Gaul's eyes go wide. Surprise. Didn't expect. Blood sprays. Warm on Marcus's face. Copper taste in mouth. First time killing man. Expected feeling. Feels nothing. Just mechanics. Pull blade. Push forward. Next enemy. Repeat. Becomes automatic. Efficient. Man behind shoves Marcus forward. No choice. Formation moves as single organism. Individual will irrelevant. Carthaginian center gives ground. Celts stepping backward. Slowly. Controlled. Romans think, winning. We're winning. Hannibal planned this. Center bends backward. Crescent deepening. Romans pushing into pocket. Trap forming invisibly. Right wing. Roman cavalry charges Spanish heavy cavalry. 6,000 Romans. 8,000 Spanish. Numbers close. Spanish cavalry trained. Experienced. Romans are nobles. Rich. Never fought serious cavalry engagement. Ever. Spanish formation tight. Wedge. Romans scattered. Individualistic. Everyone wants personal glory. No coordination. 20 minutes. Spanish cavalry shatters Roman right wing. Nobles flee. Die in saddles. Horses trampling riders. Left wing. Roman cavalry meets Numidian light horse. Numidians circle. refuse engagement. Romans chase. Useless. Numidians retreat. Romans follow. Away from battlefield. Exactly Hannibal's plan. Remove Roman cavalry. Isolate infantry. Roman center pushes deeper into Carthaginian crescent. 80,000 men compressing into shrinking space. Physics problem. Varro watches from position. Sees center advancing. Thinks, victory. We're pushing them back. Winning. Wrong. Paulus on right wing. Sees Spanish cavalry break Roman horse. Knows. Understands. Says, we're surrounded. Too late. Already happening. Cannot stop. Machine in motion. 87,000 moving toward death. Inevitable. Hannibal gives signal. African heavy infantry on flanks wheel inward. Synchronized. Practiced. Jaws closing. Marcus sees Africans moving. Realizes suddenly. Trap. We're in trap. Surrounded. Tries telling Centurion. Cannot. Too much noise. 60,000 men screaming. Not words. Just sound. Wall of sound. Overwhelming. Tries turning. Impossible. Bodies pressed too tight. Elbows pinned to ribs. Unable to lift sword anymore. This is when fear comes. Not during charge. During realization. When you understand tactics. No escape possible. Lucius beside Marcus. Face pale. Says, Marcus, I can't breathe. There's... Pressure hits. Words cut off. Lucius's face goes purple. Eyes bulge. Blood vessels bursting. Red. Ribs crack. Sharp pops. Like green wood snapping. 3 ribs. 4. Sternum collapses. Inward. Lucius dies without wound. Just crushed. Like insect between palms. Body stays upright. Held by pressure. Marcus screams. No sound. No air to scream with. Lungs empty. Cannot inhale. Bodies too close. Spanish cavalry finishes Roman right. Circles behind Roman army. Charges into Roman rear. Death from behind. 87,000 Romans occupy space designed for 40,000. Compression physics. Pressure building. Catastrophic. Cannot lift swords. Elbows pinned. Cannot turn to fight rear attack. Cannot move at all. This is not battle. This is suffocation. This is mass drowning on dry land. Mathematics. Inevitable. Temperature rises. August sun. Noon. 40 degrees Celsius inside packed formation. Metal armor conducts heat. Bronze breastplates become ovens. Skin blisters where metal touches flesh. Shoulders, spine, thighs, red welts. Sweat pools inside helmets. Men tilt heads, trying to drink own sweat. Salt stings eyes. Vision blurs. Leather straps cut into sunburned necks. Tongues swell. Lips crack. Bleed. Thirst worse than wounds. Men pass out from heat stroke. Collapse into pressive bodies. Die standing up. Cannot fall. Physics. Carthaginian cavalry charges Roman rear. Lances stabbing downward. Romans cannot turn, cannot defend, just die. Horses trampling. Hooves crushing skulls. Spears punching through backs. Coming out chests. Romans pinned together, dying. Front rank still fighting Celts. Middle ranks crushed. Rear rank being massacred. 3 deaths simultaneously everywhere. Blood makes ground slippery. Men fall. Cannot rise. Trampled by own soldiers. Pushed forward by those behind. The smell. 70,000 men. Sweat. Piss. Shit. Bowels releasing. Fear. Death. Copper blood. Overwhelming. The sound. Not screaming. Gasping. 70,000 men trying to breathe through gaps between shoulders. Drowning sound. Ribs cracking everywhere. Constant pops. Sternum collapses. Internal organs rupturing. Compressed. Pressure. Death. Physics. Men vomit from compression. Bile runs down chins. No room to wipe. No hands free. Covered. Vomit runs down armor. Adds to smell. Sweet. Sour. Mixed with blood. Death. Rot. Unescapable. Marcus sees gap. 20 feet away. Through corpses. Between Carthaginians. Escape. Maybe. Possibility. Tries. Pushes. Bodies block. Climbs over corpses. Feet sink into dead men. Soft. Wrong texture. Meat. Hands grab ankles. Dying Romans. Pulling him down. Drowning men clutching anything. Desperate. Selfish. Survival. Kicks free. Gladius gone. Dropped. Doesn't matter. Just run. Survive. Escape. 10 feet gained. Numidian horseman sees him. Levels spear. Targets. Marcus tries dodging. Too slow. Exhausted. Dehydrated. Failing. Spear hits stomach. Barbed head punches through mail. Through muscle. Through intestine. Stops against spine. White fire. Entire body. Every nerve. Screaming. Cannot breathe. Cannot think. Just pain. Pure. Total. Falls. Tries standing. Legs don't work. Spine damaged. Paralyzed below waist. Lies down. Among dying. Accepts. This is where he dies. 23 years. 5 years from citizenship. 5 years from farm. Never marrying. Never owning land. Never growing old. Dying in Apulian dust. Another number. Another corpse. Consul Paulus fights in center. Arrow hits thigh. Stays mounted. Refuses retreat. Knows disaster. Stays. Officers beg him. Leave. Save yourself. Rome needs you. Paulus. Rome needs nothing from cowards. I stay. Fights until pulled from horse. Surrounded. Sword in hand. Centurions die defending him. He dies last. Body found later. Under pile of his guard. All died facing forward. None retreated. Honor. Worthless. Consul Varro escapes. 70 horsemen. Rides to Venusia. Survives. Lives with shame. I survived Cannae. Branded. 6 hours of slaughter. Dawn to afternoon. Systematic. Methodical. Efficient. Mathematics of death. Perfect execution. Some Romans try surrendering. Hands up. Weapons dropped. Carthaginians kill them anyway. Too many prisoners. Cannot guard. Easier killing. More efficient. Hannibal's men tired. Don't want prisoners. Just want ending. Keep killing. 16,000 Romans break through. Run. Scattered. Pursued by Numidian cavalry. Most die in pursuit. Hunted. By sunset. 70,000 Romans dead. 10,000 captured. 6,000 escaped. 16 legions annihilated. Complete. Carthaginian losses. 6,000 killed. Most Celts in center. Absorbed Roman assault. Died buying time. Acceptable. Among dead. Adherbal. Celtic chieftain. Held center 6 hours. Bought Hannibal's victory with blood. His wife Briaca waits in northern Spain. 3 children. Last saw him 2 years ago. 2 years. He promised. 1 more campaign. Then home. Farm, family. No more war. Just us. Hannibal writes her. Adherbal died buying victory. Letter takes 4 months reaching Spain. Arrives winter. By then she's remarried. Survival trumps grief. Widow with 3 children cannot wait. Cannot afford waiting. Celtic or Roman. War makes widows efficiently. Everywhere. 70,000 one side. 6,000 other. Same grief. Hannibal stands on hilltop. Sun setting. 70,000 corpses cooling below. Perfect mathematics executed. Perfect victory. 14 years planning this moment, executed flawlessly, should feel triumph, feels nothing. Empty. Hannibal, cavalry commander, approaches. Lord, let me take cavalry to Rome. 5 days. We end this. No. Why? We've won. They're defenseless. City panicking. Now is the moment. We won battle. Rome doesn't surrender after battles. They surrender after hope dies. Hope hasn't died. Hannibal walks away, says to officer, Hannibal knows how to win, doesn't know how to use victory. History proves both right and both wrong. Battle won. War lost. Tactics perfect. Strategy insufficient. Dawn, August 3. 70,000 corpses cover 1 square mile of Apulian plain. Geometry of death. Cannot walk without stepping on bodies. Stacked 4 deep in places. Terrain made of meat, uneven. Faces frozen mid-scream, mouths open, eyes staring, last moment preserved, terror captured, permanent expression. Hands clutching nothing, died reaching, grabbing air, empty hands, empty purpose, empty death. Meaningless. Intestines spilling from split armor, like rope, purple, gray. 20 feet of intestine. Each body. Bronze breastplates peeled open by swords. Ribs visible inside. White bones. Red meat. Anatomy lesson. Industrial. The smell forces burial crews to vomit. Every 10 minutes. Sweet rot mixed with shit. Inescapable. Bowels release in death. Always. 70,000 bowels. Mathematical certainty. Biological function. Cannot stop. Overwhelming. Crews tie cloth over faces. Still vomit. You cannot escape Cannae's smell. Penetrates cloth. Skin. Memory. Flies arrive by noon. Clouds of them. Blacken the corpses. Moving carpet. Buzzing drowns voices. Crows too fat to fly. Just hop from body to body. Gorging. Beaks red. Eyes bright. Thriving. Marcus lies among dead. Not dead yet. Numidian arrow through stomach. Shaft still in. Fletching visible. He tries pulling it out. Impossible. Barbed head caught in intestine. Each movement sends white fire. Thirst worse than pain. Tongue swelling. Sticks to roof of mouth. Lips cracked. Bleeding. Copper taste. He licks blood off fingers. His blood. Tastes copper. Doesn't help. Makes thirst worse. Salt. 6 hours. Sun moves across sky. Shadows lengthen. Temperature drops. Night coming. Death coming. Slower. Hour 1. He calls for water. No one comes. Everyone dying. Everyone calling. Cannot help, don't. Hour 3. He pisses himself. Warm spreading down leg. This is comfort. Last warm thing. Pathetic. Hour 5. He stops hearing wounded crying around him. Either they died, or ears stopped. Same result. Hour 6. He thinks of mother, of farm, of bed he'll never sleep in, of Lucius's goat joke, his last thought. She's making dinner now, wondering why I'm late. She's setting my place, still, then nothing. Just another body. Number 48,293 out of 70,000. One data point. One statistic. Carthaginian soldiers strip bodies, collect armor, weapons, gold rings from noble fingers, 3 bushels full, Romans naked, white bodies, red wounds, vulnerable, exposed, dehumanized, objects, meat, resources, waste, nothing. Survivors describe rivers of blood, literal, not metaphor, blood flowing in channels. Aufidus River runs red. Local farmers find corpses floating downstream. For week. Fish won't eat from river. For months. contaminated. 10,000 Roman prisoners, hands bound, herded to camp, exhausted, wounded, defeated, broken, waiting fate. Hannibal offers ransom, standard practice. 8 ounces silver per soldier, 400,000 ounces total. Reasonable. Roman Senate debates. Emergency session. 10,000 Romans in chains. Citizens, soldiers, sons, debating price. Young Senator Gaius stands. They're citizens, we abandon them to slavery? What message does this send? Cato the Elder, 70 years old, rises slowly. They were citizens, past tense, emphasis on where. Citizens of Rome die fighting. These men surrendered, slaves surrender, citizens don't. They chose slavery already. Gaius, they were surrounded, no escape, 87,000 trapped. What choice did they have? Cato, the choice that Consul Paulus made. Fight until death, honor over life. This is Rome. We do not negotiate with those who took our soldiers. We do not reward surrender with rescue. We teach, surrender equals death, maybe slower death. But death, this is the lesson. Vote called. 240 senators present. 238 vote with Cato. 2 abstain. 10,000 Romans sold into slavery across Mediterranean. Message sent. Rome does not bend. Ever. Survival over mercy. 10,000 Romans sold into slavery. Across Mediterranean, mine workers, galley slaves, manual laborers, living death. Some prisoners take own lives, rather than slavery, falling on swords, hanging themselves. Romans call honorable. News reaches Rome. August 10th, 8 days after. Messenger arrives covered dust, exhausted, terrified, bearing catastrophe. Senate meeting. Messenger speaks. 16 legions lost, 70,000 dead. Consul Paulus dead, Varro fled. Silence. Complete. No one speaks. No one moves. No one breathes. Magnitude incomprehensible. Cannot process. Frozen. Then panic. Senators shouting. Women wailing in streets. City walls manned. Expect Hannibal at gates tomorrow. He doesn't come. Historians debate this. No siege equipment. Or knowing Rome will fight to death. Better bleeding slowly. Roman Senate declares 20 days mourning. Every family loses someone. Entire generation erased. Demographics shattered. Crisis. Rome loses 80,000 men. Population 1 million total. 8% military age males gone. One battle. Not enough men to farm. Not enough to guard borders. Not enough to maintain empire. Catastrophe. Demographic. Existential. Roman allies begin defecting. Capua joins Hannibal. Southern Italy rebels. Samnites attack. Bruttians declare independence. Empire fracturing. But Rome does not surrender. Senate decrees. No peace while Hannibal remains in Italy. Never. Ever. They change tactics. No more pitched battles. Fabian's strategy named after Quintus Fabius Maximus, the delayer. Shadow Hannibal's army. Burn crops, poison wells, deny battle, harass supply lines, bleed him slowly. Patience. Hannibal wins every battle afterward, achieves nothing strategically. Rome will not meet him. Refuses engagement. Waiting. He stays in Italy 13 years, undefeated, irrelevant, winning battles, losing war, strategy defeats tactics. Eventually, Rome rebuilds, drafts 16-year-olds, old men, slaves promised freedom if fighting, desperate measures, survival flexibility. 3 years after Cannae, new legions trained, younger tactics, flexible formations, learning, adapting, evolving, survival. Scipio Africanus, young Roman general, studies Cannae obsessively, diagrams, Interviews survivors. Learns. Every detail memorized. He understands. Hannibal wins through cavalry dominance. Strong wings. Weak center. Envelopment. Double envelopment. Mathematics. Scipio trains Roman cavalry. Recruits Numidians. Bribes them. Steals Hannibal's advantage. Learns enemies' weapons. Uses them. 204 BC. Scipio invades Africa, Carthage's homeland, threatens city itself, forces Carthage recall Hannibal. Forced. Hannibal abandons Italy. 13 years, undefeated in battle, forced leaving, strategic failure despite tactical brilliance. Bitter. Battle of Zama, 202 BC. Scipio versus Hannibal, student versus teacher. Tactics learned at Cannae deployed. Scipio uses Hannibal's formation. Strong cavalry wings, flexible center, envelopment strategy. Hannibal's own tactics. Against him. Hannibal recognizes immediately. Realizes. Student learned. Better than teacher. Accepts defeat before battle. Fights anyway. Romans win. Hannibal's cavalry outnumbered. Center collapses. Enveloped. His own strategy used, poetic, ironic, complete. After battle, Hannibal meets Scipio, two greatest generals of age. Mutual respect despite enmity. Professionals. Hannibal, you were good student. Scipio, you were excellent teacher. Cannae taught everything. Peace terms. Carthage disarmed, fleet burned, indemnity paid, 50 years. Carthage broken, financially, militarily, permanently. Hannibal flees Carthage, lives in exile. Romans hunt him across Mediterranean. Cannot forgive Cannae, ever. 183 BC. Bithynia. Romans demand extradition. Hannibal takes poison. Prefers death to Roman chains. Last words. Let us relieve Romans of their anxiety. They cannot wait for old man die. Third Punic War, 146 BC. Rome destroys Carthage completely. Every building razed, population enslaved, city erased. This is Cannae's legacy. Rome learns. Survival requires total destruction of threats. No mercy, ever. Cannae becomes Rome's wound that never heals. Drives expansion for 5 centuries. Every conquest rooted in memory. Fear becomes aggression. Cannae studied for 2,000 years. Perfect envelopment. Napoleon studies it. Every general learns it. None replicate. But lesson misunderstood. Hannibal wins battle, loses war. Tactical brilliance means nothing without strategic endurance. Hannibal proves genius defeats numbers once. Rome proves numbers defeat genius eventually. Always. Marcus's body never found. One of 70,000. Stripped, buried in mass grave. Location unmarked. Anonymous. His mother, Claudia, receives no letter, no body, just silence. She waits. Every evening walks to road. Watches south. Week 1. 8 women wait. Week 4. Only Claudia remains. 3 years, then stops. Accepts Marcus not coming back. Ever. His room stays same. Bed made. Clothes folded. Waiting. Preserved. Shrine. Memory. Unable releasing. Cannot. 60 years later. Claudia dies. Age 87. Never remarried. Her last words. Tell Marcus dinner's ready. Buried holding his childhood wooden sword. Only thing left. Neighbors remember her as the Cannae woman. 70,000 mothers becoming monuments to absence. This is also Cannae's legacy. The living dead. History remembers Hannibal. Forgets 70,000 individuals completely. Hadrianus the baker. Sextus the farmer. Gaius the carpenter. Names lost. Each had favorite food, inside jokes, safe places, all erased. This is war's arithmetic. One genius remembered, 70,000 forgotten. August 2nd, 1944 AD, West Point Military Academy, Classroom 401, exactly 2,160 years later. Professor traces Hannibal's formation on blackboard. Strong wings, weak center, double envelopment, chalk squeaking. Gentlemen, this is perfection. Study this. Learn this. Hannibal's masterpiece. Tactical brilliance unmatched. Cadet raises hand. Sir, why didn't Hannibal march on Rome after? Seems obvious move. Good question. He won battle. Couldn't win war. Rome refused surrendering. Sometimes killing 80,000 changes nothing. None of them remember Marcus. None memorize 70,000 names. Just tactics. Just formations. Just numbers. Textbook page 127. Hannibal's greatest victory. A case study in tactical excellence. 70,000 widows would use different title. 70,000 mothers would write different textbook. Different conclusions. This is history. Those who survive write it. Those who die become numbers. Marcus, number 48,293. Their mothers never knew the numbers. Only knew empty rooms, empty chairs, empty lives. Forever empty. This is Cannae. Perfect tactics. Perfect slaughter. Perfect forgetting. 2,000 years. Nothing learned. Still studying.